In 1986, a name struck fear into the heart of Nigeria. A man who defied the government, embarrassed the police, and walked the streets like a ghost. In today's video, we are going to talk about how a single man terrorized an entire nation and had police on his payroll.
Lawrence Nomanyagbon Anini, known simply as Anini.
Some called him the Robber King.
Others called him a demon in human form.
For nearly a year, he paralyzed Benin City and beyond, his name whispered with terror across the nation.
This is the true story of Anini, the man who brought a nation to its knees. Born in 1960 in Benin City, Anini grew up in the shadows of poverty and political instability. His early life was unremarkable, one of many young men trying to make sense of a chaotic Nigeria. But there was something about Anini, something cold, calculating. He began his journey as a driver for local gangs. What he saw in the underworld fascinated him: power, respect, money, and fear. It wasn't long before Anini graduated from errand boy to full-blown criminal. Pickpocketing, car theft, extortion, it came naturally to him. But he wanted more. And he wasn't alone. He assembled a crew of ruthless men. At the top of that list, Monday Osunbor, his second-in-command, and a group of rogue policemen who would become his informants. Anini wasn't just a criminal. He was building a network. By mid-1985, Anini's name began to echo through Benin. Banks were being robbed in broad daylight. Highways were blocked by men with rifles. Police convoys ambushed. Nothing and no one was safe. Anini moved with military precision. He didn't just steal. He left messages. Notes written in blood. Letters to newspapers taunting police officers. He told them where he'd strike next. And when. And every time, they failed to stop him. But what shocked the public most wasn't just his boldness, it was the silence from law enforcement. How was it possible that he was always one step ahead? The answer? The police themselves. Anini had infiltrated their ranks. Some officers were on his payroll. Some fed him intelligence. Some even warned him before raids. He became a ghost in a corrupt system. Untouchable. Anini's reign was brutal. In 1 year, he and his gang were responsible for over a dozen bank robberies and the deaths of at least 18 police officers. Eyewitnesses described scenes of horror: customers ordered to the ground, guards shot on sight, and money stolen in minutes. Benin City turned into a haunted town. People locked their doors at dusk. Businesses closed early. Rumors spread like wildfire. Was Anini a ritualist? Did he use charms to vanish? How could he walk into a bank and walk out without a scratch? Children were warned to behave or Anini would come for them. He became both legend and nightmare. Even the media couldn't get enough. Headlines screamed of his attacks. Radio stations warned listeners. Yet no one could catch him. By late 1986, the embarrassment had reached national levels. The head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida, was furious. How could a bandit outwit the Nigerian police? During a high-level meeting, Babangida asked a chilling question: where is Anini? That question sent shockwaves through the security apparatus. The Inspector General of Police was given a final warning. Either capture Anini or lose your job. Suddenly, the manhunt became real. Military intelligence, surveillance teams, and elite squads were dispatched. Informants were paid. Streets were watched. Suspicion hung in the air like smoke. Anini knew the clock was ticking. But he believed his network would protect him. He was wrong. It happened on December 3, 1986. In the early hours of the morning, Anini was hiding in the home of his girlfriend, in a quiet part of Benin. He was calm, perhaps too calm. But unknown to him, one of his own men had betrayed him. Acting on a tip, police officers stormed the house. A shootout ensued. Anini tried to run but was shot in the leg. Bleeding, stunned, and groaning in pain, the robber king was captured alive. The news broke the same day. Nigeria erupted. People danced in the streets. The police claimed victory. But the truth was bitter. His capture revealed just how deep the rot went. Several senior police officers were arrested. The inspector general was removed. At trial, Anini was a shell of the man he once was. He sat in a wheelchair, leg amputated, whispering his confessions. He named names, told stories, revealed how the system had failed the people. On March 29, 1987, Lawrence Nomanyagbon was executed by firing squad. As the shots rang out, a dark chapter in Nigeria's history ended. But the story didn't die. It lived on in whispers, in movies, in cautionary tales. Anini became a symbol not just of crime, but of corruption, failure, and fear. He wasn't just a robber. He was a mirror of a broken society. To this day, older Nigerians still remember the name with a shudder. Anini, the robber king who made a nation tremble. If this story gripped you, subscribe for more true crime and mystery stories from Africa. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious.